Hey everyone, how's it going? Five Finger Shuffle back here with another video, and today we're going to talk about a free-to-play player's Golden Bull team. I'm just kidding. So, first of all, this team is just a troll team. It's just for fun. I want to see if it works. For those of you that don't know, I pulled a second water Blade Master the other day. During the live stream, the community live stream with the giveaways. So she has no gear on her. She is 5-star maxed. The second Fire Blade Master as well has gear on her, but not really. It's basically just the starts of a Hallowed set that I've been getting from the co-op runs. So we are actually genuinely going to talk about how to do the Bull Demon King. I just want to see if this works first, and figured I would try and record it to see if it would work. We have 3 potions down here. We may have to use them just to help keep people alive. I'm pretty sure, because the nature one is on Vamp, I'm pretty sure that she'll be okay. And she could probably solo it if we have to, but I don't want it to get to that point. So we're going to let the water one die, and then as the fire ones get lower, we will use a potion to heal them back up again. There we go. Just to make it a little faster. I'm sure it would work anyway, but I don't want to have a 3-minute run. So we're gonna cheese it a little bit with the potions. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over all of this while this is running. There was another community live stream today, if you guys didn't catch it. I was really hoping to do a video on that. I was hoping it was going to be about the update 3 that's coming up, with maybe some patch notes or some leaks as to what the buffs are going to be on the Monkey King and the Ink Ninjas. But we got no new information. So they did say that it could potentially be game changing, start leveling your units, etc., etc. But they did not give us any actual hard facts. So hopefully that comes soon, because I'm super excited about it. Anyway, that's it for that news. I do have some summons at the end of the video as well. Just because we're not streaming tonight, I figured I would record the summons on here. Alright, so that worked out. Not too bad. It was 2 minutes. It's a little slow. Here's the damage report, just in case anyone's curious, to show you that I legit have no gear on these 2 5-stars. But let's go into what the actual Golden Bull is all about. So you can see here, it says counters, lower attack speed, or shield your party, and he will inflict defense break on your team. So if we come over here, look at the top. At the top of all the bosses, it says something. So this one says, the Golden Bull Demon King attacks faster as he takes damage. The left crystal inflicts mortal wounds. So really, it's all you need to know. Is there is a defense break as well. Oh, we can't see his. I don't think we can see what he does. No. All right, so he is element neutral, so it doesn't really matter what sort of units you bring. So we're going to try and make this as free to play as possible. One of the key units early game is Rhoda. So I've been talking about her a lot. She will help you a lot in this. Another one of the key units is Xenia as your healer. You don't need a strip here, so any healer will work as long as you have one. Now, for those of you that built Mojo, the 2-star Grublin, I don't have one, but if you built him, you could use him here for sure. He has an attack buff and attack buff and a defense buff. So what we're going to use in his place is the Katsuko, who has the defense buff. So you could use anyone with a defense buff here, or anyone with a shield. So if you didn't build Katsuko, but you built this guy, the Naga, you can use him. You could use an Archangel, either one of them, it doesn't matter. You could use immunity from any of the basilisks. You could use immunity from Ella. I think the most free-to-play friendly out of all of them is probably Katsuko. So we're going to go with Katsuko, and we're going to go with Xenia. And really from there, you just need some sort of damage, right? We have 2 healers, we have a support in Xenia, so we can go any damage at this point, it really doesn't matter. Why don't we take, I know we see a lot of Sigrun, so if you built Sigrun, you could use her here. Or the other way to do damage is going to be one of these Snake Ladies. Using a Snake Lady here is great because they do a lot of ongoing damage or damage over time on the boss. So it doesn't matter which one you use. I happen to have all of them built. I also happen to have the dark one. So we're not going to use the dark one because she is quite a bit stronger. So let's use the water one here. And let's put our tank in front. So you'll see we put Katsuko in front, and we're gonna put because our Snake Lady has a little more HP. We're actually, you know what? We'll use her just because she does have more HP. Because our Snake Lady has more HP, we're gonna put those 2 on the bottom. So on the left-hand side, Xenia and the Snake Lady, you can see they're at the bottom 2 slots. This does actually matter. So you'll see when the formation comes in that Katsuko, the fire girl at the front here, this girl, she will be at the front leading the party. She'll be tanking everybody. And then in the middle, the whole back line of 4 will be in a row. In the middle of those 4 will be these 2 Valkyries, Sigrun and Rhoda. And then flanking them on the outside will be Xenia and the Snake Lady. So this is kind of how you want to consider setting up your team, is put the squishiest units closest to the healers. So in this case, the 2 squishy ones, the Valkyries, are right immediately behind Katsuko. And we only have 1 healer on the other side. So if we were doing something, say we were running 2 healers like this and a shield, maybe we would run it like this. That way the shield is in front, and then we have a healer on either side of the nukers as well. Actually, you know what, let's do this just for fun. It'll remove the ongoing damage. I do probably recommend it, but just so you guys can get a better idea of what I'm talking about, we're going to do that way. Then at the bottom here, it says the synergy trait. So you can pick any one synergy trait you want. In this case, we only have 1 nature unit, so I don't really recommend using Rhoda. So you can go accuracy or HP. In this case, we're going to go to HP just to make sure we stay alive. So you click on that. Just in case you didn't know how to access that, it is this little crown down at the bottom. You just click on it. And let's click start and see what happens. So because Sigrun and Rhoda are relatively strong, they're going to go through these waves really, really fast. If you go with a safer team, that's fine, and maybe throw like you could go 2 healers, 2 tanks, and 1 Snake Lady for ongoing damage. Maybe put Manaz in there as well. I know a lot of people will use their Manaz in here, and he's great in here. I just did it this way to kind of show you guys the defense buff and the shield. You can see the Xenia is on the bottom right, and the Katsuko is on the top left there. So they're on the outsides, and they're the 2 that we put at the bottom. And then the Naga is in the middle, tanking everybody, with the 2 squishies right in behind him, sort of. And being protected by all 3. So they're kind of like encased by our tanky units and our healers. And that's kind of the safest way to do these runs. So if you're not already putting your squishies in those top left spots, you should definitely consider doing that, because that will help you make your run safer, and it definitely makes a difference. And I know I was talking about this in stream the other day, and a lot of people were like, really? Where you put the champions matters? And it really does. So we landed a defense break from either Sigrun or Rhoda. And now you can see we're starting to do damage quite a bit faster because we landed the defense break. The Naga is going to keep us safe because he's going to put up the shield, and the boss can't even break his shield. So our units are taking 0 damage, and even if they did, we have 2 healers there with a defense buff. So this is just crazy, crazy safe. Keep in mind, I do have pretty good gear on all these units. I'll show you the gear behind them, but keep in mind you probably won't have these stats. It doesn't really matter though. The whole point behind it is we have a defense buff and a shield. even at 5 stars, this team would work without great gear, just because we have a defense buff and a shield and 2 heals, right? And like I said, you could put a Snake Lady in here as one of the squishier ones, and a Manaz for support, and you're never gonna die. Alright, so we got 1 high elixir. So let's go out, I will show you the gear, and then we will throw some summons in there, and that'll be it for today. Just so you guys know, I will be streaming again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. And then, of course, Saturday, which is my regular day. Alright, so here's the gear. First up, Katsuko. Pretty standard. She is on Adept and Sturdy. HP, HP, HP. Basically just a ton of HP. She's got 78k HP with 1200 defense and 55 accuracy. Then my other healer was Xenia, who has just shy of 50k HP with 1350 defense and 51 accuracy. You would want her accuracy higher than this, but honestly, I never really use her anymore. She's on something similar though. She is on Adept Precise. Precise because she has a strip, right? So if you're using her in Steel Widow, you want her to have a lot of accuracy, so that's why that's on there. She's currently on HP defense, but I don't recommend defense on the slot. I think she should be on triple HP because her heal is based on how much health she has. So putting a defense piece on here actually takes away from her heal, but like I said, I don't really use her very often, so it doesn't really matter to me. Then we have the Naga Fathom. Same thing. Crazy high HP and defense. He doesn't really need HP on all the slots, so you can put a defense piece on him, and that's what I did. So still Adept Precise, HP, defense, HP. And then for my 2 nukers, Rhoda in the first spot, she is on Adept and Keen. I did change her gear. She was, so you can see the attack speed here, and then she's on HP and attack. This HP glove used to be crit damage, but because I've been using her in co-op and I've been using her in ascended floors, I want her to be a little more tanky. So now she's over 40k HP, but she still has 79 crit rate, 81 crit damage, with plus 1.15 attack speed and 716 attack. So she does still hit pretty hard, but she's a lot tankier just so she can survive those other floors. In terms of early game, I would probably go, or if you're using her in arena offense, I would go attack crit damage, or sorry, attack speed, crit damage, and attack. I wouldn't use HP unless you're using her for other stuff like I am, because I don't use her in the standard places normally. And then finally, Sigrun with 783 attack, 1.43 attack speed with 79 crit rate and 158 crit damage. I would like her crit rate a little higher, but again, she's another unit that I just don't use very often anymore. And she is on the standard attack speed, crit damage, and attack. So that's it for the gear. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Now, let's jump over to these summons. So we don't have a lot. We did summon last night. It's only been like 15 hours since we last summoned. But we got quite a few discs today. So we have 5 from shards, and then we have 13 here. So we have 18 total summons to do. Really, honestly, all we're looking for is maybe a Magic Girl. We did just get one, and she's max skilled. So maybe a second Magic Girl. Or, whoa, sorry about that. My dog just dropped his bone on the floor. Either a second Magic Girl or a new Nat 5 would be nice, but I'm not really expecting anything. Maybe we'll get some skill ups, but here we go anyway. Alright, so first one. Alright, Magic Girl skill up, I'll take that. I am going to build another Magic Girl at some point, so I'm going to start saving my skill ups. The more of her, the better, whether it's the water one or not. I'm sure a lot of you are going to ask why I'm building a second Water Magic Girl. I'm building her strictly for co-op. So if you're not at the point of doing co-op a lot yet, then I wouldn't recommend building a second one just yet. But you should hold on to one, because currently she's potentially the most impactful champion in the game. So I plan on building a second one of her just because you basically need her for Legendary and Nightmare co-op. Alright, so that's it for our 5 shards. We got no lasers there. Now let's jump over to the discs. I started recording these now just in case I get something. I want to make sure that I had it recorded. Tiki. I also have a 3-star Fuzzlepuff in storage, and I have nothing to make it 4-star with. So there's a Candy Munchkin. I did actually, if you've been following me on Instagram, you will have noticed that I literally just 6-starred my Fire Magikarp. Or sorry, not Magikarp, my Fire Candy Munchkin. She does still need 2 more skill ups, so that'll be the first one. If you aren't following on Instagram, it is Shuffles Gaming, so it's at Shuffles Gaming is my Instagram. Alright, so still no lasers. We are halfway through these already. Like I said, with 18 summons, we're not expecting much. It would be nice to get 1 laser, maybe 2, but realistically, we're just looking for fodder. Even if we get lasers, it's going to be a dupe, most likely. Alright, another Valk. 6 more. If you guys are leveling food, so say you're leveling 3 stars to make 4 stars early game, those Valkyries make great food. They do help speed up your runs because they have so many buffs. So consider saving those ones as the ones you decide to level. Something like a Manaz here might be good as well, if you don't have your Manaz already skilled up. Or if you do already have your Manaz skilled up, I mean, because at least they'll offer you a heal. Alright, we got our first lag, which means lasers incoming. Hopefully it's something we need. It is an Esper. So definitely not something we need. We built 1 Esper already and she's already max skilled. So that Esper will be food. We'll just level her up. We'll max 4-star her and we'll use her to make another 5-star at some point. Dragon Guard, if you are free to play, he's an excellent defense unit and somewhere where you can use your defense gear as well, which is really nice. And finally, a Basilisk. So no, somebody else that's really good. We were just talking about immunity. So he is a solid immunity unit if you don't already have one. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And we will see you hopefully tomorrow on stream. Twitch.tv/5fingershuffle. Thanks guys, and have a great day.